What it do, what it do, what it do. You are listening to your number one crew. This is Over the Ropes Wrestling Podcast. This is your boy JD, aka Mr. Mic Drop, OTR Mic Drop, Wednesday night Mic Drop. We are back. I think it's been like a week or two since I've been on here, but we back, baby. We back. We back.
Hey, what's up, man? Listen. This your boy Jay, a.k.a. Part-Time Jay. Yes, I know I'm back to Part-Time Jay because I've been gone forever. You know how it goes. But, hey, we here. All three of us, we here. That's all I got. I ain't got no other AKAs. I'm just Part-Time Jay right now. Give me another week and I'll put AKA in there.
All right, what's going on, everybody? This is your man, Trey, a.k.a. Trey, a.k.a. OTR Trey, a.k.a. Wednesday Night Trey. And yeah, man, the trio is back together. Hold on, I'm trying to get my cheers up.
Hey, you already know what it is. 4 letters, 1 word. Yeet. We in the building.
Hey, I just saw. Real quick. I know it's all talking, but I just saw that they added that word to the dictionary.
What, yeet?
Yeah.
What did they do? What's the definition of it?
I don't know. I gotta go back and I gotta look and see. But I saw a video where a dude had the Webster dictionary thing and he handed it to Jay Uso to sign. And there was a picture of Jay Uso, and then underneath it was yeet in the definition. And he was like, "Is this fake?" And he was like, "Nah, it's real. They really added it to the dictionary, or either the dictionary or I don't know, whichever one. I don't know if it's the full dictionary. They got the other one." Whatever it's called.
Is used to express surprise, approval, excitement, or enthusiasm.
There you go.
And it's in the Webster Dictionary.
Well, shout out to Jay Uso for making it into the Webster Dictionary, because that's crazy.
Yeah, he literally put that on the map.
Yeah, I'm calling cap. That shit ain't real.
And then the slang dictionary is to throw something forcefully.
There you go.
Yeah.
Well, thank you all for that.
Fun fact.
This is a milestone episode for us. This is episode 150.
Oh, okay, shoot.
150. 50 more, and we at 200.
I know that means
are we gonna do something special for 200?
$1.50. Yeah, man, we gotta do a rooftop special or something like that, man.
Well, y'all let me know. Let me know the rooftop, and I'll be there.
Well, hold on. 50 more episodes. It might be cold outside, so I don't know if we can do that.
It might be cold outside.
I mean, if we crank up the episodes per week, we can get there fast. Two a week, we can get there.
Nah, I don't think that's gonna happen. But
especially in the summertime, that ain't happening. Happening.
Nah, Jade's gonna have to do it. You're gonna do it remotely.
Yeah,
from the pool side. Or put the camera on your helmet when you ride your bike.
Off the back of the boat.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. So if you look at the title of this episode, we're gonna do a Backlash recap, and then we're gonna talk about some theories about who the third man is. I've been seeing a lot of things now, and a name has popped up. I think Jay said something to me yesterday about it. A new name has popped up regarding who could possibly be that third man. But before we do that, Backlash predictions. So I went 5-0, and y'all both went 4-1. The match that y'all got wrong was Becky and Lyra. Y'all picked Becky.
Of course. Because we picked it because it made no sense for Lyra to win, but she won.
Yeah, it did.
What, for Becky to put her over?
Yeah.
It just
Because
pushes the storyline because she's about
yeah,
to lose
because
her. She's about to lose her.
because this is her first signature win as IC champion.
True. I mean,
And
I
if you
didn't.
want
I
to
didn't
make the
think about
belt
it.
some kind of, if you want to make the belt have some kind of relevancy, she got to beat somebody.
Yeah, it that part did make sense. I mean, when you just go off of predictions without having an episode, it kind of, you just start clicking stuff.
So yeah, because we didn't have an episode last week. I just realized that I did a Friday night SmackDown watch party, and that's when I gave our predictions.
Yeah.
All right, so let's start off with the first match, the Fatal Four Way. It was Jacob Fatu versus LA Knight versus Drew McIntyre versus Damian Priest. What was your thoughts on that match?
I mean, the match was what I expected to be until the ending, of course. With the what's his name?
Jeff Cobb.
Yeah, Jeff Cobb. I was like, okay, that's a new one. Does he not look like Rhino?
He looks like Rhino and Bronson Reed
Okay,
had a birth child.
I
Yeah,
was
And
like,
I looked it up on the watch party I was doing for Backlash. I pulled it up. I pulled the screen. He is not Samoan.
no,
He is Filipino, but he grew up in Hawaii.
yeah. And see, we already had saw that he was released from New Japan. Basically, he was over in the New Japan realm. He was with AEW, but they had came out that he was one of their most recent signings. I just didn't think he was gonna hit the scene that quick.
yeah.
Like he hit the scene quick. Um, I don't know. Well, first the match, like Jay said, it went pretty much what I thought it was going to be for a Fatal Four Way. You definitely got to keep the belt on the person that's hot right now. The only other person that kind of would have made sense on getting that U.S. title was Drew McIntyre, but
Yeah.
I was still kind of like, because even when I was doing my pick, I was looking at it, I was like, when they was start doing that whole backstage play with Solo and Drew and stuff like that, I was like, could Drew actually pull this one out? I'm like, nah, Jacob gonna keep it because they still got to do their storytelling with Jacob and Solo. But I don't know if they're keeping this Bloodline 2.0 or whatever they want to call them. Like, is that momentum still going, or like, what is it? Like,
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
yeah, I don't know what it is.
Well,
They just the boys in black right now.
Tonga Loa is supposed to be coming back, but pretty soon. But Tama Tonga hasn't been seen since LA Knight smashed his arm in the car on that
Yeah.
SmackDown. We haven't seen him since.
But they said that they said that Tama Tonga had a minor injury which set back Tonga Loa's return. So they don't want to bring Tonga Loa back until Tama Tonga is good to go.
And then Hikuleu is supposed to be getting a push in NXT. Still waiting for that.
Yeah. Or he could be a part of a new Rampage group that's about to formulate.
I don't know, but to me, it's just no
Rampage
matter
group.
what they do, it's going to be no matter what they do, it's going to be Bloodline 2.0, and I'm kind of I'm not looking forward to it.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know. They the boys in black right now.
Did you see Jacob's face when Jeff Cobb popped up? He was like, "What the fuck?"
Yeah, because they got history. Like they got mad history in MLW and all of that stuff. So they got mad history. Like they put on some good matches. I was like, damn, Jeff Cobb. I remember he used to be little, man. He'd put on some weight.
You know, he's 42.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's 42.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And that's the thing. I'm like, but it makes sense on why, and it goes back to all these releases, right? And it makes sense on why these kind of lack of talent or not high known or high caliber superstars were released to make room for these people who really deserve to be in that spotlight. Like Jeff Cobb, he was known all throughout the indies, man. He was a powerhouse. He was on the likes of Jacob Fatu, so it makes sense on why he was brought in. Even at his age, he could still go. I'm just interested to see how they're gonna do this storyline with that whole group.
Yeah, I'm glad you brought up the releases because we're actually going to go over those as well. But we can get through this first. Um, what about Gunther and Pat McAfee? Now, I made a video about it, and it was asking if we're going to. We all a lot of people thought that we could possibly see Goldberg show up, but we didn't get that.
Nah.
We got Michael Cole trying to cheat to help Pat McAfee win. That was about it.
Yeah.
But what y'all think of the match?
I mean, for it to be a wrestler versus a commentator, I mean, it is what it is. It was a lot of chop. It was a lot of chops. A lot of chops.
I'll say
And Pat
this:
is looking like ground beef.
I give Pat McAfee his props for stepping in the ring, but I mean, after the 3 minute, he looked like he was gassed as hell. That boy was breathing hard.
He probably was.
Listen, but I mean, the match itself, I ain't gonna lie, it was one of the better matches. So, I mean,
Yeah.
I give it an 8 out of 10.
I'm thinking back to all his other matches. His match with Adam Cole 1-on-1 was really good. He did really good in that War Games match. But this might be, as far as storytelling, this might be probably his best match.
You talk about like quick storytelling? Because I promise this just only transpired for about a week or two.
And the fact that
because I was just talking about how they went from him getting attacked then, because Pat McAfee was talking about on his show too.
Yeah.
And then he put the ring in his studio, so he was working with that and all of that.
See, that was the benefit of it. The fact that he kept it going, like even on his regular show. So that that's the benefit of doing with the caliber of Pat McAfee and doing what he does outside the ring and inside the ring. So it was definitely beneficial. It was a good crowd pop,
I like Gunther giving him the tip of the cap after the match.
That's what I was about to say. I was about to say to that. I said they put together this feud, and I feel like they just threw it together so that Gunther would have something to do.
Yeah.
But they ended it that fast because it was pretty much done and over with once Gunther tipped his hat to Pat McAfee at the end of the match.
Well, if you look at what happened on Monday, that's why they did the match, because Gunther had to get his ruthless side back.
Yeah, but I got something about Monday, but we keep going.
Okay. Yeah. Dom versus Penta. So
they got me nervous with Dom, man. I ain't gonna lie. It's looking like one of those things where I don't know how long Dom's gonna hold on to this damn title. Because the only way he's retaining it is from interference from somebody else outside the ring.
Yeah, but I think they're going to hold it, because when they finally do the Finn versus Dom, it might be for the IC title. So I think he'll hold on to it until that feud happens.
Yeah, but that's another one that you said it doesn't need to be for the title, right? Finn can be the reason why Dom loses the title.
The whole thing is when Damian Priest and Rhea were there, Finn's whole thing was he was title hungry. He was jealous that he didn't have a belt. Even the tag belts didn't do anything for him. He didn't care about those. He wanted a singles title.
No,
that's why I say that.
I feel you. It makes sense. I say
I kind of like Dom's current run as IC champion, and the reason why I kind of like it is he's still like this underdog, but as a champion. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
he's the one that wins off tip of the luck, right? And like you said, interference. So they're not making him to where just because he won the title, he's gonna start beating everybody clean and stuff like that. Nah, they're gonna keep his same prestige going on. Is where he still need his crew to help him get the victory. He'll do his finisher and stuff like that, but they a group, so he the baby of the group. So at the end of the day, he's still gonna be carried and nurtured like the baby. So I kind of like it, especially when you're going against people all competitive, like all superstars is better than him. Like, especially in the ring. Even though Dom has gotten better in the ring, he's going against people that literally should beat the shit out of him in the ring.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean,
when he hit that Oblivion, I went crazy. I was like, "Oh shit!"
Yeah. I was like, I was waiting for you to hit the group text because I was like, "What? Dom hit the Oblivion?"
Dom's not losing the title until Liv and Raquel lose theirs.
Yeah.
I mean, I think when they finally drop their title, that'll be when Dom drops his title.
And I believe that I brought this up a while ago, the whole Chad Gable Dom scenario, because Dom helped him get the El Grande Americano stuff, and El Grande be helping him now. He be helping him win and shit.
Yeah.
So it's all coming full circle. But speaking of Finn, all right, 2 weeks now he's been caught in the background talking to Roxanne Perez. Now, her and Julia, pretty much their little tag team group thing they pretty much broke up because Julia said ain't no we after they lost to Rhea and Io. And Liv is supposed to come back next week. Yeah, she's supposed to be back on the show. So if they were trying to do the whole thing with Liv being gone and Finn trying to get Roxanne to do what Liv did and try to get him to break up, like cheat on Liv, they ain't got no time for that if she was going to be gone. But I'm curious to see what it's going to be. I don't know.
I've been thinking about it, and the only thing I can think of is that he's just going to use Roxanne to cheat Liv and Raquel out of their titles somehow.
To do the same thing that Dom was doing with Liv, I feel like Finn will do the same thing with Roxanne. Like he'll try to have people in his back burner and his gun holster. Yeah. Just for his benefit. That's why he keeps like him and JD always been cool, but he keeps like pulling at JD, like, why you ain't telling me about this? Why you not, like, you supposed to be my boy and stuff? And JD's like, man, this is for the whole group. Like, but Finn's it's almost like Finn's trying to create his own group within a group.
Yeah.
Yeah, something's going to happen.
And just like they pointed out Monday, like Dom ain't come out when Finn had his match against AJ.
Yeah,
Dom did not come out. Everybody else came out with him, but Dom didn't. And you saw what happened. It's like,
Dom and Raquel stayed in the back.
Yeah.
So I thought that it would have been funny if they tried to do Raquel trying to get at Dom while Liv was gone. That would have been funny, but nah, Carlito's still trying to get at that. But all right. So we talked about it. Lyra versus Becky. I thought this was a great match.
Yeah, it was good.
And I'm glad that Lyra won based off of a roll up. I'm not mad at roll up victories because it protects both parties from it. Because Lyra kicked out of 3 manhandle slams, and she broke out of the disarm her.
I get the reason for the roll up. It makes sense. I didn't really care for it, like for this ending, but I understand why they did it. It keeps Becky strong, and at the same time, it gives Lyra that big win over a big name.
Especially for her to do a roll up and then Becky immediately start attacking her after the roll up, like that.
And
that
I love
sense.
that. I love that because that's what you should do if you're a heel. If you get beat like that, it would make sense to just go ham and just start beating up on them.
Yeah.
And then it looks like Lyra got a broken nose too.
Oh yeah.
You see her nose was shifted.
And
she wasn't on Monday either. All right. Now, let's get to the main event. John Cena versus Randy Orton.
So I will say this, and I give both of them props. For their age,
yes.
Damn good match.
Yeah.
For their age, they put on a damn good match. I didn't think that it was going to be
that long,
that exciting.
Yeah.
I said this to Trey when he was, at work the other day. I'll say this. The moment I knew, we already knew John Cena was going to win. But the moment that it really confirmed for me that John Cena wasn't losing is I hate when wrestlers do other wrestlers' finishing move. and the fact that Randy Orton, AA John Cena on two different tables,
Yep.
I knew that Randy wasn't winning this match. But then again, here we get another ending where, you know what I mean, John Cena wins due to outside interference, and you know what I'm saying, like he hasn't won clean yet.
Mm-hmm.
So
he probably won't win clean the whole time he's a heel. Because he did the same thing. He did a low blow and he did a shot to the head with the belt.
my problem is that they threw the R-Truth element in there. So now are we going to just
You didn't
have
like that?
R-Truth? I didn't. Because we know once you involve R-Truth, it's never just a one-time thing. Now it's like, are we going to have R-Truth running out in the middle of all his matches? Like that's what comes into my mind.
Well, he got put through the table at the press conference.
Just saying.
I like that part. I like them doing that. Ron, he was like, Ron, cross the line. Because remember, Cena, he was laughing and giggling, and he was cool until Truth was like, even though they say you suck and you can't wrestle, and that's when John Cena turned it on. He's like, Ron, you cross the line. You say one more word, it's gonna be repercussions. And he didn't even say 2 words, and he got put through that table.
What I like most about this match, if it is the last time that it is Cena versus Orton, is that they kind of brought like their old rivalry stuff into the mix of this match. Like they were the main ones who always did each other's finishers, or at least tried to. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
What up? No relation to R-Truth. But you know, I definitely like the moment where Cena hit the AA, Orton twisted
that
it
RKO?
up in RKO, but they both kind of connected with both of them, like with both moves, and they were out. Like they have so much chemistry. Like, and this is one of the matches that we was like, yeah, this need to go towards the later half of the year. You know what I'm saying? Like,
yeah,
they kind of gave it. I feel like they gave us this too early. But at the same time, we don't know how well. We know how long Cena has. We don't know how much fuel in the tank Randy has left.
Randy claims that he going for the next 10 years.
That's what he said.
That's what he says. But Randy's one more injury away from retirement.
Yeah, and that's what I'm saying. He keeps putting on weight to protect his injuries. So like Randy's between 275 295, and 6'4" for that size. I'm like, he's strictly muscle, but like you said, he's one back injury away from hanging it up.
Yeah.
So it's now like his match is gonna get protected.
What y'all think about him going crazy, hitting like 8 RKOs in a row?
Oh, you talk about like all the referees and stuff like all
he hit Nick Aldis, then he hit the referees, then he hit all the producers that came out. I went crazy.
Yeah, like
I was laughing. That shit was funny.
That goes to show you, like Randy Orton has probably the best finisher, right?
Oh yeah,
you can pop up
the best finisher of all time.
Yeah, pop up and do it back to back. Like nobody else can hit a finisher like that.
I don't know, because I've seen Stone Cold hit.
I was say Stone Cold.
Well, yeah. So they're tied. They like right there neck and neck, because Stone Cold, like that one ending to SmackDown, I think it was, where he just came in there, he just started stunnering everybody.
Yeah, he hit a bunch of them that night.
Yeah.
I feel like that was kind of like a nod to like what Stone Cold did that night too, though, the way that he was just RKOing people.
Yeah.
I kind of agree with you that one, I feel like we did get this match a little bit too early, because I don't think that we're really going to get John Cena versus Randy Orton again. No. If we do get it again, it's going to be a quick match that somebody interferes and messes up, and I don't think that we're going to get this level of a match again out of them, right? So, but I can't be mad at it, because for his first title defense, I'm like, yeah, I'm with it. Randy Orton, that makes sense.
Yeah, the only thing that I could see next is just that if Randy does want a rematch, then he probably would have to fight Cody, and then we finally get Randy versus Cody.
Yeah. Well, my thing is that, like I was telling Trey, here's the issue that I have with John Cena, right? We all know that John Cena's last match is going to be in December.
Saturday night main event.
December 13th.
And it's in his hometown, is it not?
It's in Boston, yeah. It's at TD Garden.
Yep. So it's at TD Garden in Boston. So John Cena has consistently said that when he leaves, he's taking the title with him.
Mm-hmm.
Originally, I thought that, okay, John Cena's going to hold on to the title, maybe drop it at SummerSlam, all this, maybe somebody cash in the Money in the Bank on him, depending on who won the Money in the Bank. That's what I was rolling with. But now that they're going with this whole angle of he's taking the title with him, and I feel like there's going to be new titles coming down. I think John Cena's holding on to the title until December.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think he's all right? I have three different scenarios. Do you think he's losing it? That's the first one.
No.
All right. Hypothetically, if he was to lose it, do you think that they would give him the title as a show of respect and let him leave his hometown with the title?
I thought about that
because I think that would be the only time on live TV that they will break kayfabe for him.
So here's what I think. If they did do that, I think they do that because at some point John Cena goes back face.
Yeah.
Right? Instead of him being heel, something turns him, because I threw out the scenario to trade that Cody starts to go heel because he gets his rematch and he loses to John Cena, and Cody goes heel, and then John Cena slowly becomes face.
Mm.
And then,
well, if you looked at it after the match, when John Cena was listening to the crowd say "Thank you, Cena," he had a look on his face like he was kind of regretting being bad, and it was like a glitch in the Matrix.
Yeah, he was getting emotional.
Because let's be honest, right? Once The Rock came out and said what he said, and the fact that he talking about the final boss doesn't have to be involved in this, it kind of threw out the whole narrative of John Cena being heel.
Yeah.
Right? It doesn't make sense now because everybody's been putting together, this faction that John Cena started with The Rock and whoever else, and we know there's one more person because of the little hand signals that he's given. So The Rock just crushed all of that.
Yeah.
I mean, did he not? You never know.
He pretty much said that they was just freestyling that shit.
Exactly. So honestly, once The Rock bowed out and basically destroyed all of that for everybody, does it really make sense for John Cena to be heel now? It doesn't really make sense.
Now,
well, that's why he's going the route of the fan stuff.
Yeah.
The only thing that would make sense is his final match, Saturday night main event. If they want to make it as big as they've been trying to make it, which hasn't been thus far, The Rock has to be there, right? And it has to be that moment where he starts talking to him. This is it, John. All you are is just one title hit or a low blow away. Just do it. And you're taking this with you. You're taking everything with you. You in wrestling. And Cena regrets it. And he doesn't pull the trigger. And he doesn't low blow him, or he doesn't hit whoever he's facing. More than likely Cody. He doesn't hit him with the title, right? And that's how he loses. And that he ends his career as a face.
And then Cody just gives him the title to take with him?
It would be dope. It would be dope if The Rock was like, you know what, Cena? I knew something like this was going to happen with you. Yeah. That's why I haven't been around. And then that's when Cody hits him with the crossroads, and then he gives the symbol.
Or he hits him with the damn title.
Yeah. He was like, that's why I haven't been around. I knew you was going to pull something like this. I never trusted you.
I mean, the thing about it is that you never know, right? Because when they leaked the match card for WrestleMania, it was completely different from what the WrestleMania we got.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So you never know. They probably have an idea right now, and then as we get closer to December, it's probably going to be completely 1,000% different. Yeah. You never know. So it's too early to speculate.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Now, rumors are because Saturday night main event is for this month is going to be on the 24th. some are saying that that's going to be R-Truth versus John Cena at that Saturday night main event.
It's gonna be trash. This is gonna be well, for one. Saturday night's main events are trash since they started them anyway. But I feel like they're
This is a rematch of Capital Punishment.
That's what I'm about to say. I feel like they're making this John Cena farewell tour, him versus like
It's
all
his greatest
his
hits.
past,
Yeah, it's John Cena's greatest hits.
Yeah, pretty much. I feel like that's what they're doing.
Yeah, because the next person is more so like after R-Truth, you're most likely to get John Cena versus The Miz.
The Miz,
but the Miz is heel, so
the Miz is face.
He was with Melo.
Yeah, but he's not. Miz is not like he's not like heel like that. If that makes sense. Yeah. He could fight John Cena.
He could. At some point, we're gonna get John Cena versus CM Punk. We got to get it.
Oh, that'll probably be that. I wouldn't be mad if that was his last match, and then we get the Cody turn during the Cena Punk match.
Yeah,
that would be dope. And then who knows if Brock is coming back? But if Brock is coming back at some point, you got to have Brock and Cena one more time.
I don't know about that.
At like War Games or something.
yeah, I don't know. Brock, to me, Brock can still go. I don't know if Cena can hang with Brock.
Well, now that Cena's changed his style, it'd be a different match.
I mean, what, paced?
Yeah.
I mean, come on now. You do 3 or 4 doggone German suplexes in.
And honestly, it could be a stipulation match.
It could.
That'll really protect them.
If they did John Cena versus Brock Lesnar, honestly, it'd probably be like a last man standing match.
Yeah, it'll have to be something like that to where Cena can hit him with stuff and he don't got to just take in-ring punishment.
Yeah. Because historically, John Cena with these last man standing matches like that, 2 out of 3 pinfall, you know what I mean? Like those.
Isn't that the last match that he fought Brock in?
No, the last match. The last match he fought Brock was when Brock destroyed him at SummerSlam and took his title. And
yeah. But didn't he beat Brock in a last man standing in like 2012?
He did beat Brock. Yeah, he's beat Brock a couple of times in matches. So
no, I'm just trying to remember if it was specifically a last man standing match. Because I remember he put the STFU on Brock and Brock was on top of the stairs and it was inside the ring. I can't remember.
Was it an I Quit match? It might have been an I Quit match.
I don't think it was an I Quit match. I don't think Brock's ever said I quit.
Yeah, he definitely has it.
All right, let's before we continue, we should have started the show with this. R.I.P. to Sabu.
Oh yeah. R.I.P. to Sabu.
Was it the homicidal, suicidal, genocidal? Now, I didn't watch it. I didn't watch a lot of ECW growing up, so I didn't watch Sabu in his prime. I do remember when he came during the invasion.
I've seen a couple of Sabu matches when he was in his prime, and Sabu was a fucking savage. I can tell you that much. So yeah,
he just had his last match 2 weeks ago at 60 years old, and it was like a death match.
Yeah. Hey, so Trey, it was 2014. Brock Lesnar defeated John Cena in a last man standing match.
Oh, okay.
Hold on.
Interesting.
It's close.
Interesting.
Hold on. Extreme Rules. Y'all keep going.
All right. Well, I wanted to speak about the recent releases. Just run down real quick. Braun Strowman got released. They said it was because of his salary, which is the same thing they said last time, that he was getting paid too much and not being on TV. So we have Braun Strowman.
Did you hear the extra about it though? So Braun Strowman has a clause in his contract where he got released because one, he's 15%. He has 15% paralysis in one of his legs. I think it's his left leg. But he has a stipulation.
That's why he runs like that.
Yeah, he has a stipulation in his contract where saying that WWE can call him up at any point in time to work 3 to 4 months.
Mm.
So they released him just because he was making too much money for them to utilize him the way that they were utilizing him. But he does have a clause from his last signing that states that he can go away and come back and work like 3 or 4 months here and there.
I mean, if I was Braun Strowman, honestly, would I come back? No. I mean, he just got paid a shit ton of money and really didn't have to do anything for it. I'm not saying it in a bad way. I'm just saying, like, I saw his post that he was up in the Bahamas living his good life. I mean,
jumping off a boat.
He's got a WWE TV show coming out.
Exactly.
Where he's eating food at restaurants.
Yeah.
So Dakota Kai also got released. Shayna Baszler, Gigi Dolan, Katana Chance, Kaden Carter, Cora Jade, Eddie Thorpe, Riley Osborne. I think that's Blair Davenport's husband. Jakara Jackson, that one hurt me. Jakara Jackson got cut. Gallus, so that's Joe Coffey, Mark Coffey, and Wolfgang. Ain't seen them on TV in forever. Oro Mensa, so 2 of the 4 members from Metaphor, and then Javier Bernal. And then another one is Shotzi. She got released also.
Yeah.
They cleaned out the women's division like crazy. And the only reason why I could think of that is just because I feel like they're about to empty out NXT into the main roster.
Well, as you already see, NXT.
They're supposed to be bringing in Mariah May too.
Yeah. Their NXT is already starting to bring their LFG people over to NXT. So, and then, it's been
the AAA partnership.
Yeah, and then it's speculation that Undertaker can start running NXT, and Shawn Michaels is coming up to the main roster to help Triple H. So that's why you've been seeing a lot of appearances with Undertaker on NXT. Not only is it because of the LFG, but it's been works that he could possibly be taking over NXT as far as general manager.
That'd be interesting.
Yeah,
it would be.
I'm
with it.
Yeah,
I'm not opposed to it.
I mean, I feel like Shawn Michaels has done a great job with NXT, and still Raw and SmackDown sometimes be hit and miss. Like it really does, and I feel like that you might need an extra set of eyeballs. And I say this: Shawn Michaels for the culture. I just put it like that. Shawn Michaels for the culture, man. Like
now, let's get to Monday. We could start with the opening segment. CM Punk coming out, calling Paul Heyman a penguin, and then CM Punk does this a lot, and I like everything. See, I told you I'm with Seth Rollins when it comes to this shit with CM Punk. I'm with Seth Rollins the whole way. Like CM Punk, he's always talking during people's entrances. He kept talking to Seth. He's like, "You're nothing but a song." Like talking all that shit while his song was on, and then he said something else like when Braun Strowman came out. Not Braun Strowman, Braun Breaker came out. He said something about a dog. I was just like,
oh yeah. He said, "There you go, got your little dog with you."
Yeah, it's like, CM Punk, shut your ass
up. I'm here for this whole new faction and the people that's in it. The issue, and I'm gonna just get it off my chest. The issue that I have is, you wanted somebody to be your champion. Now you don't know what to do with your champion, right? You don't know what to do with him. You got him pretty much in 3 different turbulences. So you got Jay. He in 3 storylines. He's in the one with Seth and Braun Breaker. He's in the one with Gunther, and then he's in the one with Logan Paul. Like, I don't know how y'all feel about it. I guess that's why I bring it to the table, because I'm just like, bro, like,
I don't mind it.
It's a little bit too much.
It's a triple threat match, man.
I don't mind it because he's fighting Logan at Saturday Night Main Event. He's probably going to beat Logan, which means we're going to get the rematch with Gunther. He's probably going to end up beating Gunther as well.
And then that's going to lead all the way to SummerSlam where Seth is going to beat him.
What I want to talk about
I don't
is
think Seth's gonna beat him.
I do.
Seth had a year-long run with the title. I don't
yeah,
think that
this is a different set.
yeah, but I get what you're saying, but I don't think that Seth is gonna beat him. I think that Jey Uso holds on to the title for a little bit longer than that.
Well, that's an early hot take. I'll give my predictions closer to August. So if you notice, we're definitely getting a third guy to go with them because if you notice, they keep getting outnumbered.
Yeah.
They keep getting outnumbered, and when he told Braun Breaker, "I need you to do something for me," and he took out Jay backstage.
Yep.
Now we've been floating it around that
Yeah.
Sammy could actually be that third guy.
The
You
way
see
he was
how
touching
fast
that
he got
belt
over there?
Yep.
How fast he got to Jay after Jay got attacked, and they was bringing up how it looked real shieldish when he was standing with the chair next to Punk in the ring.
Mm-hmm.
So, what do y'all think about Sammy being the third guy?
I don't think it's Sammy. Sammy's too obvious, way too obvious. And the only reason why I say that is, well, I guess that explains itself. It's so obvious if it's Sammy. And then Sammy has always been like, whenever he joins a faction, he's always been like the third wheel in the faction.
Yeah.
I don't see this being any because honestly, in my opinion, I put Sami Zayn on the same level as Seth Rollins, right? Sammy's just due a title shot. He hasn't had his shot yet at the title like that. So once Sammy gets his first actual World Heavyweight Championship or WCW, or I was about to say WC's up, WWE Championship, right? Then he'll get that recognition that he really deserves. But Sami Zayn's still in that ultimate underdog category or whatever it is.
But him joining gets his title shot.
Not really, because you got
Why
Seth,
not?
the leader of the group.
Seth already had his title shot.
I don't think. I don't see it. I don't see Seth giving up him being the top dog of the group.
So this is what I say though, is that when you go back to the start of that group, Seth never really asked Sammy to join them. They just tried to ship him off to SmackDown. He never asked him to join what they were having accomplished. It was just like, get out of our way. So that just led me to speculate. I mean, it's some other people that I feel like will make like good additions to that group. Sammy's does look more convincing right now. I would definitely like them to bring somebody in for us to be like, oh shit, I didn't see that coming. Like, oh, okay, that's a great addition.
Well, they were dropping some Easter eggs with him and Punk talking backstage, and CM Punk was like, I don't trust. I'm not really trusting a lot of people right now. And Sammy said, I'm not really trusting the people either. And when they fist bumped or whatever, so they could. I think, like Jay said, I wouldn't be shocked if it's Sammy.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be shocked.
I wouldn't be shocked if it's Sammy. I still say one. I don't think it's going to happen. It's kind of far fetched, but Trey was for the longest was saying Logan Paul. I would like Logan Paul for the group.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's already beefing with Jay. He's already beefing with Jey Uso.
I think Logan Paul would be a great addition. I'm still on the train of like, because then I said it in last time, and then I also said that'll make it too AOP-ish. But when I was talking about like Bronson Reed coming back, because I mean, we know he's gonna come back sooner or later. But
yeah,
I do think that would make it too like when he was the Messiah.
Mm-hmm.
What about Karrion Kross?
Who in NXT is coming up from that y'all think is coming up from NXT that it could be?
His name is no.
Oh, you talking about the guy that looks like Randy Orton?
Yes, his name is something.
Miles, something.
Yeah, Miles. I was just reading a blog about him today. How they were saying like that could really be a good startup for him.
Yeah.
I think he's in that group in NXT. I think he's in that group with William Regal's son.
Yeah.
I feel like it could be somebody from NXT because everybody's starting to call this the new
Evolution.
And if you look at the evolution, you had past, present, and then future, and then you had the enforcer and Batista and everything like that too. So I feel like we got some of that aspect right now with the Wiseman, Seth Rollins, and then with Braun Breaker. They need an up and coming young guy that they can mold and shape and stuff. I feel like that's who it's going to be.
Jay.
And that's the only reason I feel like Sammy's just too established.
His name is Miles Bourne. Now, when you look at him, hold on, I'm trying to see if I can catch it. I can't catch it. I'm gonna send it to your phone. But when I'm talking about, he looks just like Randy Orton did when he was younger.
Hold on. I'll just go ahead and pull it up.
Because when Randy joined Evolution, Randy wasn't well known like that, was he?
Not like that. I mean, he had a couple.
He had a few matches.
Yeah, he didn't really get his big stardom until he joined Evolution.
I was about to say he didn't have any title reigns or anything like that before he joined Evolution. Okay.
Hold on. Here we go.
Are you pulling up the side by side?
He does look like Randy.
Hey, I think if you go down to like the side by side, they had him like next to the younger version of Randy Orton. Like, yeah, even that one. Like the junk is crazy.
Yeah.
Especially this pick right here.
Yeah.
I mean, I can see it. I can see it.
And because remember, they showed he was doing the Randy pose in the back, and then Randy saw him and he was like, "Do it like this." There you go.
And people were like, Randy, you got some explaining to do, buddy. But like Austin Theory, like you said, Austin Theory gives the Messiah era again. I mean, he fits, of course, but that's almost like you rebooting that all over again.
It could be. Only reason why I think that it could be Austin Theory too is because the way that they got him and Grayson Waller like low key beefing.
Yeah,
like you can see the breakup is coming. So could it be Theory? Yeah, it could be.
Yeah,
I wouldn't be mad at his Theory. But let's talk about the women real quick. So, like we said, Rhea and Io beat Julia and Roxanne, and Julia and Roxanne look like they're not a team anymore. And then Rhea, she was staring at the title when Io had it. And now, I don't know if this was true or not, but Asuka was at Raw, I think. I think they showed her walking, like someone caught her walking into the building. I don't even know if damage control is even a thing anymore because wasn't it because Dakota's gone because they don't have anybody to talk for him now. But what do y'all think about Io's title reign, and do you think that she's going to lose it to Rhea, or is she going to lose it to somebody else?
I don't see Rhea getting the title back right now. I think it will happen eventually, more towards maybe like the end of the year. But I definitely see Io beefing with Asuka. I think that's going to be her next big opponent when she finally comes back.
Yep. I've been calling that.
And then Kairi saying she's been working out in the gym, pumping that iron, so she's got to be on her way back too. The Kabuki Warriors will be back
because Dakota got released, right?
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, there is no damage control. You already see what that's going to lead to.
They just need to stop introducing them as damage control altogether.
Yeah, Rhea.
I don't even think do they even say damage control when heel comes
they
out?
don't.
Do they say representing damage control?
No. The last time they did it was when Dakota came out. I think that they did say damage control when she came out.
Yeah, when she was
going for the
IC title.
Yep, for the IC title.
Yeah. I don't think. See, me personally, I feel like it's time for Rhea to just like kind of step away for a short period, but she's still the hot commodity. So I don't think she needs a title though. Like
Rhea's going to SmackDown when the draft comes.
Yeah.
Rhea's going to. I've already said this. Rhea, when the draft comes, because the draft is what in the next 3 weeks, I think.
Supposed to.
So when they had the draft, I think that Rhea's going to SmackDown, and then I think that they're going to revamp her character when she goes to SmackDown. That's what I see happen with her.
SmackDown gonna be heavy.
Yeah, because I see them putting her up against Tiff and Charlotte and all of them down there.
Charlotte's. I feel like Charlotte's going to Raw.
She might be coming to Raw.
Yeah,
her and Alexa Bliss.
Yeah, because even with Jade saying what she said, she was like, "You've had your time. Now it's time for you to move to the back of the bus." That was kind of like an indicator. Yeah, Charlotte, your hopes and dreams of getting this women's this WWE Women's Championship is kind of passing by. So I feel like Charlotte, and that's a new title. Charlotte's never held that title, so I feel like she'll probably be going to Raw to fight Io for that World Heavyweight Championship.
Yep.
And then it's looking like Bayley and Becky are going to have a program because Becky still be talking about Bayley, and we haven't seen Bayley since the attack at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
I feel like that might be the SummerSlam match or something that they tried to draw it out.
That, and I think that they're not rebuilding Bayley, but kind of like making her more face. You get what I'm saying?
She's going back to the old Bayley, the
Bayley buddies.
Yeah, I think she's going back to the Bayley buddies.
She's going back to the hugger.
Yep. Yeah, I kind of felt like that was coming too, because I'm just like, she's face, but she still got like her kind of like heel look and stuff. I feel like she's about to switch her look up too.
I think that's what she's going back to, and that was the whole reason for having Becky take her out.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, let's go ahead and get to our subscriber question. This comes from Zandal, and So his question is: should there be a title change on Saturday Night Main Event to keep things interesting?
Yes, but there won't be. Not the main title. If it does, it's going to be like the women's U.S. title, or it's going to be like one of the men's mid-card titles or something like that. Maybe tag team titles, but
John Cena's last match is Saturday Night Main Event, and we just talked about how he could possibly lose it.
I mean, that's almost a year from now. So I'll say as of right now, we're not going to have any title changes. Saturday Night Main Event is pointless.
Maybe a tag match.
That's what the tag match at the most.
But what do you think, JD?
So a tag match. That means
is the New Day, Creed Brothers, and War Raiders, is that on Saturday Night Main Event, or is that on Monday?
Oh, Monday. It might be Saturday.
I can't remember because they did make the match that's a triple threat tag match, but I don't know if it's Monday, if it's this coming Monday or next Monday, or if it's that Saturday.
Hold on.
Saturday Night Main Event is this Saturday coming up, is it not?
No, it's 24th.
Oh, okay. All right.
Memorial Day weekend.
That's right, the following Saturday. Yep.
Mm-hmm.
I was thinking it was that week. It probably is Saturday night.
Oh shit!
Are you looking it up, JD?
Yeah, I don't think they got the match card. Yeah, I'm trying to see what the match card look like.
The only thing so far is
they're gonna start
Logan and Jay.
Money in the Bank. And the Money in
Qualifiers.
the Bank qualifiers start Monday. So Jay Uso versus Braun Breaker, Sheamus versus Grayson Waller, AJ Styles and Penta versus Finn and JD. And that is all right now. So yeah, I guess it will be
And they're only going to have
Saturday
4
Night Main
matches on
Event
there, so there's only one more match that they're going to add on there anyway. So
for Monday. Yeah.
So we're only talking about one title match. So yeah, so most likely it's on Monday.
Yeah.
Oh, did you say that Jay Uso was in a qualifier match?
No. He's fighting Braun
Oh.
Breaker.
Oh, he's just fighting them. Okay.
Yeah.
I've heard people say that they think that Braun Breaker could win Money in the Bank. I don't think he can, because it would be kind of pointless. That would be kind of like what they was doing with the Judgment Day.
I'm still going with Logan this year. Now that Dom has the Intercontinental title, I'm going with Logan.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I think it needs to be somebody that hasn't won Money in the Bank before.
Yep.
So I've seen people saying that Drew should win it. No, not again.
No.
Priest, hell no. Melo, that was my other pick. Carmelo Hayes.
He needs a mid-card title first before he gets to that briefcase.
Well, Austin Theory did try to cash in for the U.S. title.
Exactly. that almost destroyed the whole entire thing.
Y'all got anything else before we get up out of here?
No.
Oh, so they saying that for the so there's 2 matches for Saturday Night Main Event already made. So the other potential, it could be Io versus Rhea, and then the WWE Tag Team Championships, where it's Street Profits versus Axiom.
Yeah, because the Fraxium did beat them on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Now, granted, the Street Profits were hurt because they had just had that TLC match. But they still beat them.
Yeah.
Quick thoughts. What's y'all quick thoughts on Jade inserting herself into the championship picture with Tiffany?
Well, okay. I said this to you, and I'll say it out loud, is I think that Naomi did make the statement that after her contract is up, she's most likely thinking about retiring or being done with wrestling for a while, or altogether she wants to have a baby, yada 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 stuff. Naomi's getting one more title match.
Mm-hmm. I think she's gonna win Money in the Bank.
Huh?
I think she could win
for a second time.
Money in the Bank.
Yeah. I mean, she could be the one to win Money in the Bank, but Naomi's getting one more title run. I think she's getting one more before she goes, and I think she's gonna get that one off of beating Jade. I think they're gonna put the title on Jade, and then I think Naomi's gonna be the one to beat Jade. If not, I could see a triple threat match between Tiff, Jade, and Naomi. Are you thinking Fatal 4?
Yeah. Insert Nia Jax into it.
I can see them inserting Nia Jax in that too. I'll take that.
Yeah. And they looking, and Nia and Naomi looking like they teaming up.
Mm-hmm.
Also, that female bloodline could be coming.
Yeah, because you still got somebody who we ain't seen in a minute, and that's Bianca. I mean, she's hurt. She got an injury that she's healing up from, but she's SmackDown bound. So I feel like they're still drawing this whole thing out.
Yeah, they're clearly waiting on. They're waiting on Bianca.
Yeah.
Because Bianca and Jade still got a little static. Because Jade don't be responding to Bianca neither.
So if Jade to your case, Jay, if Jade does win the championship, I feel like Bianca taking her out. She makes her appearance and drops her, and turns heel right there.
Okay.
Yeah, but she doesn't make up with Naomi. She just kind of looks at Naomi and walks past her. And Naomi still has that like sinister grin, like she's winning and stuff like that. But yeah,
I can live with that.
Y'all remember the one-legged guy that Brock Lesnar beat up in WWE?
Yes, he's on AEW, bro. Like, what is going on?
He's fighting Ricochet right now.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Yeah.
You talking about the kid that was in the stands and then they gave him that WWE contract?
Yeah.
Yeah, it was what was his name? Zach.
I can't remember what his name was.
Start with a G. Last name start with a G. But yeah, he's fighting Ricochet right now.
Oh, snaps. Okay.
Zach going.
Yep.
Yeah,
Yeah, he had a prosthetic.
yeah, and Ricochet just used it on him.
Yep. And he did like the 619 with one leg.
Johnny Rexville says Zach going. Thank you very much, sir.
Hey, he can hit one hell of a moonsault, though. I can tell you that
Hey,
much.
I ain't lying, boy. He got some bad air. But yeah, he's on doggone. Like when I seen him last week, I was like, what? He's on AEW. I'm like, all
At
right,
first,
Tony.
I thought he was just there, but of course he got involved in the action.
Yeah. I was like,
So-
all right, Tony. Okay, Tony.
Hey, shout out. More props to him, man. Shout out to him. That's
Yeah.
what's up.
Go ahead and get that bread.
There you go.
Yeah.
I want to thank everybody for tuning in. This has been episode 150. We are currently at 133 subscribers and counting.
Keep it going, keep it going, keep it going.
Thank you to everybody that's been tuning into the YouTube Shorts. We've been dropping the video with Logan knocking out Jay is at over 11,000 views. So thank you for that. And the one with Gunther and Goldberg and Pat McAfee, that one's at over 2,000. So appreciate y'all for looking at that. But yeah, man. This is your man Trey, aka OTR Trey, aka Treyway, aka Wednesday Night Trey.
It's your boy Jay, aka Part-Time Jay. That's all you get. Because unfortunately, I won't be here next week, so I'm gonna be part-time.
Yeah, next week we doing the gotta do the AEW Double or Nothing predictions.
I have to send mine in.
Hey, guess what? I'll be here. I ain't got nothing to do. Ain't got no basketball oos. Guess what? I'm a free man oos, at least until June oos, because I'm gonna keep it rocking. You know what I mean? Oos. It's your boy OTR Mic Drop oos. 4 letters, 1 word. Yeet.
All right, y'all. Peace.